have brought another political analytical reports prepared by our analytical team on why Prashant Kishore didn't join Congress. Now, we know Prashant Kishore has been hopping his loyalty from one party to another, but what was the reason for him to deny Congress's membership? Still remains a major question here. Well, to talk on the matter, we have iScope Media CEO and Political Analytics Head, Latish Bharathan. Welcome to the talk, sir.
While tracking the master strategist Prashant Kishore last 2 weeks, we see very funny and speculations over him. He was submitting the Congress 600 slides, following a presentation and also discussion with PK and Congress leaders. And later he was formed a EAG, Empowered Action Group for 2024. He was made a member of that. And later he was invited to join. And he refused to join, declined the generous offer of the Congress. In his humble opinion, he said very clearly, there is nothing more I can do for Congress. And party needs a leadership and a collective will to fix the deep-rooted structural problems in the party. This was his comment in his tweet.
Right. He also, denied the generous offer and, denying to the offer, he had said that, leadership and collective will is to fix the deep-rooted structural problems of Congress. So that's what he said. And moving on, if we talk upon it, the Congress has officially announced that, Prashant Kishore will not be the working for the party, and he had declined to be the part of the Empowered Action Group for the 2024, like we talked. And this was announced in a tweet, and the tweet was by Randeep Surjewala.
Yeah. This is why I'm seeing this drama. What is the drama? He's giving the Congress all his slides, the presentation, and discussing with the leadership for 2 weeks, and creating all these things. And later, this drama he played, they're saying that he's not going to join Congress. Congress needs someone else. Congress has to fix this leadership. Everything he's saying later. If he knows everything very well before, he would have given the suggestion before submitting his slides, everything. You see, later he went to Bihar and made a press conference, and he's talking about Bihar pride, giving a sense that he's forming a new party, he's going to this masters, that means the people. All this he makes the speculations. I think what is the strategist jump? Suddenly he jumps from one strategy to another strategy. He's giving a country a story that he was going to join Congress with all his things, IPAC team. Later, he's telling that he was going to back to people. I don't know what is it.
Right. So, several top leadership of Congress also had several discussions with Prashant Kishore to join the team. But we still don't know what went wrong in that last stage, because he had elongated it so much. There were so many speculations about it, so many rumors, but at the last stage, what went wrong?
I don't think Prashant Kishore is having some very keen plan to grab the Congress leadership. I don't know what is wrong with this master strategist. I think he needs a strategy.
Right.
So important thing is needs a strategy. Later, what I understood, he have a wonderful track record. He have a wonderful track record. In 2014, he worked with Modi to win his Lok Sabha election.
Yes.
And 2016, he had a Bihar Bandhan alliance, the major alliance with Nitish Kumar, and bring back them to the power. 2017, he had with Captain Amarinder Singh for Congress, bringing Captain Amarinder Singh in Punjab.
Right.
And in Andhra, 2019, he had with Jagan in Andhra.
Right.
2020, he had the win with Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal.
Right.
21, he have in Tamil Nadu, and 21, he have in Bengal also with Mamata Banerjee.
Right.
I don't know what is this. He's betting for a winning horse.
Yes.
He's always betting for a winning horse. And for the practical political stakeholders win. Always he have these things. But this again creates something. What is his plan? He's with BJP, he was with multi parties, and later he want to join the Congress.
Right. So, I feel one of the reasons which may have impacted Prashant Kishore for not joining Congress, is actually believed to be the impact, that signed by his IPAC company with K. Chandrasekhar Rao led TRS in the state of Telangana, which is scheduled, the elections for Telangana is scheduled for 2023. So this might also be one of the reasons, and many people are believing this because there is a pact that is signed with IPAC, his company also. And also Prashant Kishore had reportedly spent time with, Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao and other parties brainstorming for the 2023 Assembly elections. Well, TRS working President KT Rama Rao on Monday, however, said that the party was indeed working with IPAC, but Prashant Kishore had maintained distance. So they mean to say that they are working. Basically, IPAC is working with few of the parties, but Prashant Kishore is maintaining that distance with the parties.
No, when we cleverly observe last 1 year, Prashant Kishore, you might see in one fine afternoon, he was having a lunch with Sharad Pawar in Bombay. Almost a sudden surprise. What was his reason to meet Sharad Pawar? The same week, he again meet Sharad Pawar. And next week, he is going to Goa to fight for Mamata Banerjee.
Yeah.
And he coming back, and I don't know what is his plan. He is doing this multi-phase targeting with parties, political betting with the parties. So as a strategist, I feel he lacks a strategy.
Yes.
If you want to join a political party, you should have his political ideology. You should straight away say, you have this thing, you have to join this party, you have a political idea. He have gone to the multiple ideological political parties, and later he want to join a Congress.
Right. Even I feel that, yet another factor, that might have influenced him to not join Congress is he's not very clear to not leave this whole strategist image. He's not clear to leave that thing and enter into politics. Sources in the Congress have also said that Prashant Kishore wanted sweeping powers and a free hand in the election management, which is not possible. It's a grand old party.
Yeah, what I felt, what you felt is something different. I felt something different. He came after understood the multiple of meeting with Congress leaders. He understood that Congress has resources. Congress have leaderships. Congress are talented. You see, earlier the strategy was only managed. You may R.K. Devan, Fatehda, Ahmad Patel, Jairam Ramesh. These all are Congress strategy leaders who was planning in the war rooms to manage election campaigns all India level for decades. And Congress have experienced team to manage the election campaign. Only thing is what Prashant Kishore concluded, Congress need a structural change.
Yes.
They need a leaders to win the election. Not the people come and tweet in the social media, politics has to be changed. So Prashant gave the Congress what is needed, and Prashant understood what Congress resources is. Congress have sufficient manpower, talents also with them. And you see, in two elections, 2019 and 2014 two elections, Congress maintained their 19% vote share very clearly.
Right.
And Prashant was saying that Congress lost its credibility from 1984. I don't think it is correct, because in 2009, from UP itself, Congress got 21 parliament seats. You see, in UP, when the parliament election comes, people vote differently, not same. Only in 18 and 14, I felt that Congress failed its strategy. Yes. Congress emphasized on something else that gained the Modi. And 2014, Congress was terribly defeated because of the government of 2009 was so weak, fully covered with corruption. There is a strong anti-incumbency against the government. So in 19, what happened? Actually, what happened is the strategy of the Congress was wrongly managed. What I felt.
Right. Yeah. So what I feel is, and I have this major question in my head actually, and I'm sure a lot of people might also be having today. You know, Prashant Kishore not joining Congress, is that because of Congress's defeat in the past? Or
No,
Prashant Kishore just wants to join the parties, which are, on the edge of winning?
I tell you one thing important. Congress was very wrong.
Hmm.
If they want to join or take or study about Prashant Kishore slides, everything, they should have done this very confidentially and this not be brought into the attention of the press and media.
Right, right.
They should have done internal report and discussion on this part. And
Correct.
if Prashant Kishore not willing to join, they can very clearly say that we are not joining. And only very few knows this because this made a marriage function. They had an impression that Prashant Kishore is going to join, and one fine evening they're saying he's not joining with a Twitter. They are working on a Twitter. But one thing Prashant Kishore has said to the Congress very clearly is his last tweet to the Congress. He said Congress needs a structural change.
Yeah.
And we should have a leadership. It's very clear. As a political party, last 10 years, Congress was working as a clubhouse.
Yes.
In a club, for every evening they assemble. For example, I'm jokingly saying, the club they go, and we have different kinds of games, internal games in the club.
Right.
We fight the games internally and we may defeat in the same day. We come back, not to win the next day. Next day also maybe we might. That is happening in the Congress. Each election they defeat, they are not looking into the strategy, what is wrong, how to correct it. What Prashant Kishore mentioned in his tweet is very clear. Congress should have a structural change. Congress should perform in this way. That was if Congress needs something, they have to act with their resources, manpower they have.
Right, sir. Also, Prashant Kishore, he was very keen on joining Congress, and he had also expressed his willingness to do so, without any expectation. But that last stage, everything happened, and he has clearly, like you said, he has clearly mentioned about the structural change needed and the leadership change needed.
Congress have talented leaders, even many left. One thing Prashant Kishore had mentioned in all the talks, not with Congress leaders, in his earlier talk with the media. He told very clearly the two Hindu votes. BJP will be able to get only one Hindu vote. One vote is a secular vote, and that will not be got to the BJP. If Congress can do very well, this one Hindu vote is against the BJP, and this vote Congress can capture. But Congress is not coming to that point. They are playing with these things. They are not serious about elections. They think that things will be worked like this. The period of the earlier strategy playing all is turned now into a very crucial. This is the era of digital era. Digital communication has developed so much. So Congress has to develop the things according to the need of the community. Then they fail. What Prashant Kishore mentioned in his script is very clear to the Congress, a message to the Congress. As he said, the 4M message, missionary mechanism, messenger. These four things the Congress lack. If Congress can correct these four things, 2024 election will be a big fight where there will be a fight for Modi, a challenge for Modi. But I don't think Congress can come to that point.
It's a very, they need to be very clear about their strategies right now to do that. And they need to take a very important step, which they are not ready to.
Yeah, they are not ready. They are ready.
Right. Thank you, sir, for this detailed information on why Prashant Kishore, actually did not join Congress. I'm sure our audience would have known all the reasons and would have got an analysis from our team, that was prepared by iScope media team. And thank you for coming to our talk show, sir.
Thank you.
So to all the audience watching our show, stay connected. We'll bring you more such talks to talk upon. This is Aparna Sundar reporting for iScope Media.